Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Kathleen with Be Again Books, and welcome to my channel. I appreciate all of you spending a little time with me this morning. We are going to continue the decorating process with step 4, which is ephemera. Now that we have the pockets and tucks in there and all of the flat, things done, now we need to go back and stuff the pockets and tucks. And, I sometimes make ephemera, and I sometimes add in like vintage kinds of ephemera, real ephemera from the past. And I like to do both. So who knows what we'll end up finally in this book, because I want to leave a few surprises for the flip through when we get it all done. But I have gone through, as I've mentioned before, I've gone through the book now and added up all of the pockets and tucks and decided where I need to put things. And I have added a few things, like this pretty piece of handmade paper. It has some botanicals in it. That's just going to live right here in this belly band. So I've gone through, and there are a few pieces, but I need 14 more pieces of ephemera for the pockets. So I'm going to make some tags and journal cards today. And I want to remind you that the digitals, the pretty digitals that I'm using today, are from Lavender Blue Journals on Etsy. And Fiona Coley is the designer. And this particular kit is her Coffee and Lace. Sorry, Fiona, I forgot your last name there for a minute. But you can find Fiona on Etsy under Lavender Blue Journals. And she has some really great digitals. These are kind of more background pages, which is what I wanted for this journal. But she has some other really fun kits. Okay, so I'm going to do some collage. I have 4 pieces that I'm going to do with you today. And then these are just pieces of paper and a couple of little things that I will work on off camera and then add to the journal as part of the ephemera. So we're going to do collage, and you've watched me do this before, so I'm just going to kind of move these pieces over so that they don't get in the way. And it's going to be pretty easy, I think. You never really know. But I'm going to do some napkin decoupage. This is just a piece of an old vintage receipt. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of distress. And this is, I'm not sure, it's a piece of old ephemera in my tray. It looks like a piece of a vintage receipt of some kind, but it's definitely the right color, and so that's what I'm concerned with right at the moment. So let me get my glue down. On some of these, I'm just going to use glue stick. Get away with as much of that as possible. Get on my tippy toes, make sure that's going straight enough. Glue this one down. Then we'll just do that easy dry emboss technique, or dry decoupage technique, with the glue and the napkin. So I just kind of place it where I want it and then put glue down on the paper. Plenty. And then I I just come back and hope that my fingers are not too sticky. And then smooth that down, paying attention to the edges to make sure I get it glued. Okay, that's as simple as that. I may come back with, once it's dry, and do some texture stamp on there. I do want to put an edge of distress on the white edges. Okay, I'll rip that off. Okay, I'll let that dry. I like that. I told you this is going to be easy. Here's another one. Isn't that pretty? I did fudge with the colors. Fiona might notice if she happens to be watching. There are no green ones in the kit, but I picked the design that I liked the best, and then I fudged the colors because I wanted some green. So I just did that on my printer. Okay. All right, so we need a little up here, and then pretty much on the whole card. Just make sure this edge is glued really well. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this. So as far as videos on my channel, I probably do, ephemera the most, actually. So I hope. Okay, so you can see there's a couple little wrinkles, and that's just kind of the way it rolls sometimes. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to put this little diagonal piece of book page, dictionary page, down, and then I'm going to glue that little piece of fiber. Just going to kind of go in the corner. I hope you all are having a good week this week. Gosh, this is a busy time for people. Kids getting back to school, and there's just a lot of traffic, moving around. I have happy memories of this time of year. We homeschooled our children, so I was a homeschool mom for 25 years. And yeah, so this time of year always reminds me of you know, getting ready to start school and ordering books, and just had so much fun with my children. Oh gosh, I miss it. I really do. But now I have time to just play and indulge myself. And that's also fun. I think I want to keep all of that on there, so we'll move that over just a little. There. Great. All right, that one is cute, I think. Okay, there's two. Now this one. So this is going to be a large card in one of those, probably under the paper clip, maybe, since it's so big. This is a great kit for just background kinds of things. It just, yeah, I love it. Oh, that's backward. We'll leave it upside down. Just putting a little distress on. And I think that because I'm gonna go ahead and use Fabri-Tac, I think. And I think I want to put this down first. This is just a piece of old newspaper from the 1930s. I have a little stack of someone was cleaning out their father's garage, and he had saved newspapers. And she said, I don't know if you want these. But I said, yes, I will take a few. So she gave me some, and I just use it in collage. Sometimes if you'll just let your friends know, you know, the kinds of things that you like, they will often keep an eye out for you. My friends do anyway. All right. Then this is a pretty flower that I cut out of. Let me show you this. This is one of the digitals from Fiona's kit, and I just cut that out with Tim Holtz dye, and I'm just gonna put that. It's pretty busy. Obviously, the digital, the pattern is busy, and that's not. I mean, this dye has some detail that will be kind of missed because of the busyness, but I quite like this dye, and so I wanted to go this way. I'm going to put it just right there. Again, this pink was in the kit, but I just fudged a little, put a little bit of blue in it to make it match the more purpley pink of the journal. Okay, so there's that one, and the last one, which is a little bit more complicated. Let me put the lid back on that for a minute. All right, so we'll just leave that kind of there and do the napkin first. And I just want to show you, sometimes if my fingers are already sticky from glue, I can get that up. So this has 3 plies on it. Yeah, there we go. There's one off. Sometimes I find it easier to tear around the image when the plies are still all there. if I have trouble, then I just take a little piece of tape, and my dispenser broke, so I'm having to use this. Then I just can pick it up, that third ply, with a little bit of tape. But I just sometimes find it easier tearing around the image with the plies still there. Okay, now I'm going to glue this down here. And now I can't remember. Yeah, I think these hang. Yeah, that's a good thing I noticed that, right? So I'm going to put glue all along there. Trim off that little bit. Okay, and the next thing to go down is going to be this. And then looks like we've got another piece of that newspaper. Go this way. And then I have another piece of a napkin, but this time I cut that out with kind of a sharp edge, and I'm going to put that along in here. So what I'm doing with my thumb is I am picking up some of the smeared glue and pushing it on the edge of the napkin so that the edges are glued down securely. Sometimes I will take the glue stick back along the edges and put a little bit more glue, but I think I've got it securely this time. So if I can get this, yeah, there we go. Here's the last little piece. That sticker, there you go, very good. Okay, so just do some distress around those edges, and that's great. Okay, I like that one too. All right, there's four journal cards for the Nouveau Fairy book, and now we're finished with the ephemera. Now I'll just take these and go in and stuff the pockets, and then we'll be on to the final step, which is details. adding unity and harmony to the book. So thanks so much for being with me today, and I'll just give another plug to Lavender Blue Journals, the Coffee and Lace Digitals. Thank you, Fiona, and thanks everyone for spending time with me today. We'll see you again.